2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Lillard against LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one at the line is good.
When you talk to opposing coaches and how they scheme for LeBron James, the amazing thing is they talk about how he sees every facet of the game, not just what he needs to run, but how it is that he can make it difficult for opposing offenses.
And both free throws good for James. And here is Antetokounmpo. Pass to Davis. Back to Giannis. Cross contact on the shot. And now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Now, here is Harden. Up again. He is hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Outside, Davis. Outside, Towns. Doncic against Harden. Lillard outside. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Tatum kicks to Harden. Now the dish to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Nice to see LeBron have a straight line drive. Somebody fell asleep there.
Doncic passes to Giannis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. He's off on the second. Harden against Doncic. Harden's shot is good.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Lillard looking around. Doncic against Harden. Bucket is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
James outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Towns. Home team on D. 3-point lead. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Doncic against Tatum. Pass to Towns. And Lillard kicks to Doncic. Here's the pass to Davis. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. 4 games back.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Changing it up here. Irving with the ball. Westbrook up top. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. He's off on that one. Simmons inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Levine. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside, Markkanen. Back to Irving. Puts it up from 15, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Kyrie loves to dance around with the ball. He seems to look through his defender at spots on the floor he wants to get to, and invariably gets there.
Now here's Levine. Feeds to Towns. They get it back. That one, no good. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Harris looking it over. Kicks to Simmons. Pass to Levine. Here's Towns. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Towns has got 6.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Adebayo finds Irving. Off target with his 3. Porter against DeRozan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
first one goes.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
And Porter drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's terrific to see Westbrook honing in on that shot and trying to become more consistent from deep.
And Simmons kicks to Porter. Bean passes to Simmons. Levine against Markkanen. Levine dishes to Porter. 6 to shoot. Alley-oop try, and it's sent back by Irving.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And here is Simmons following Russell Westbrook's 3. Here's Harris. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Markkanen. 1:03 left in the first quarter. To the inside. Out to DeRozan. Back to Markkanen. Over Levine. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Passes it to Simmons. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Good work there as it goes.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
Outside Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Ben Simmons.
And Kyrie went directly into contact that time, throwing his body at the defense.
Free throw, good, Irving.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Both free throws, good from Kyrie Irving.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now Simmons. Pass to Harris. They grab their own miss. On the basket by Jones.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The home team, they're up by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Now here's Simmons. Markkanen is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Morant. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Here's Morant. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen with it, guarded by Harris. Inside, it's stolen by Edwards. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Sensational speed by Simmons. Trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hannu Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Now, here's DeRozan. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. Have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's DeRozan. Over Simmons. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. DeRozan's got his first basket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Mobley, the pass to Harris. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
Harris against DeRozan. Lots of room. And Simmons with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander showing just how difficult he can be to guard at times.
And Simmons kicks to Edwards. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Jones, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Jones has got his second basket. Pass to Markkanen. Dishes it to Morant. Up top, Adebayo. Passes it to DeRozan. 4 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. He's off on the first. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises in view to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Morant. Out to the right wing. And he's good on the 3-ball.
So tough to guard. When Morant is rising and firing like that, basically impossible to stop.
Now here's Davis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Towns, the pass to Doncic. High, arcing shot. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Morant with it. Covered by Lillard. And here's Tatum for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Doncic, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Morant dishes to Leonard. He kicks it to Morant. Defended by Towns. And that one drops.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Doncic outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Leonard. Kicks it to DeRozan. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Feeds away. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Giannis.
This offense just continues to impress.
There's Morant. Outside DeRozan. A floater. Towns with the defensive effort.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let him hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Checked in for Towns. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Towns. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Lillard. Irving kicks to James. Tatum passes to James. Shot clock at 6. Harden outside. A three-pointer, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Giannis inside. He's covered by Irving. Beam passes to Giannis. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Davis.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder. Size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
The dish to Irving. They need this. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And that one's good by Giannis.
from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill and doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Tatum passes to James. He kicks to Harden. 1:05 left in the first half. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Harden comes to help. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Down low. That's good from Davis on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And it's 6 points for Davis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Irving. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Picked his pocket. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harden's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Doncic with 2 seconds left, and the dunk by Giannis.
That reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
And so it's the home team closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious. They were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Davis. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. Then there's Doncic, and it's Lillard in at the point guard position. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. LeBron James is out there with Harden. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Tatum. Now here's Young. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 8 points.
Yeah, just a tough matchup anytime he gets into the mid-range area. Nobody's going to bother Anthony Davis.
Harden outside. It's good from long range. Harden's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
To the left wing. Lillard up top, guarded by Harden. Lillard misses.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Nobody near Leonard. Nets the quarter 3. Leonard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
Trying to get open is Davis, and Towns gets it to go.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's James. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard, no luck. This could get even more out of him if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And finished off by Leonard.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial defensive player of the year candidate.
Here's Lillard. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now the pass to Davis. Doncic against Harden. Doncic, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, the wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Good on both. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Pass to Towns. Over Tatum. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Evan?
Good point, David. Thank you. Edwards, that's good.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Westbrook's got 11 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And Lillard kicks to Edwards. Simmons passes to Towns. And here is Simmons. Back Back to Towns. 5 on the clock. Simmons. And Simmons is right there. 6 points for him.
Yeah, and they show effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Westbrook, no good. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Both teams will make substitutions. Morant with it. Outside Westbrook. Outside Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Back to Westbrook. Trying his luck from deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Sunday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Westbrook against Edwards. Passes to Simmons. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over. Now Morant. Right side Markkanen. Plays it up and banks it in. Markkanen's got his first bucket of the night.
Have to give Markkanen credit there. Great job absorbing the hit on the shot.
Pass to Harris. Lets it go from 14. And there it is for him. Harris has got 5 points so far.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And there's the pass to Westbrook. A shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort, trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Edwards passes to Jones. Here is Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Harris inside the line. And that one's on target from the wing. 7 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but it's important to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Markkanen. No good off the back of the rim. Markkanen's gone 1 of 4 so far. To the middle. Oh, and here's the one-handed jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
So both teams making some changes here. The visitors with the ball. Tatum finds Irving. Back to Tatum. Can they get it? And it's good on the layup.
Awesome ability to focus there by Tatum. He just has a feel and a belief in what he's doing out there.
Pass to Doncic. Clock at 6. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
A floater. It's tipped.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Morant. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Davis is checked in for Jones.
What's up?
And that one misses.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Up top, Tatum. Covered by Giannis. Tatum. Great D that time from Giannis. Tatum's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Doncic feeling it out. Lets it fly. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the home team controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Luka Doncic, Antetokounmpo out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Porter at the 3 slot. Here's LeBron, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, he gets that contact and finds free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron. Towns, he's checked in for Michael Porter. He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's LaVine. To the paint. Here's Davis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats you personally hold most value?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything, free throws.
Yeah, well, you would use... I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt three-point shooting percentage, two-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage. But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab the ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Now here's Lillard after LeBron James's miss. Here's Doncic. Another shot tipped away and stolen by Irving. And here comes Harden leading the fast break. And Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Doncic kicks to Lillard. Back to Doncic. Oh, good with the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Irving passes to Leonard. Shoots over Lillard. And it's Leonard missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
On the wing, Doncic. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. The highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds, and do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Giannis passes to Davis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. James finds Leonard with the teardrop, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Doncic dishes to Davis. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, just looking at this box score and wondering what Anthony Davis hasn't done. This guy's been on a roll since the tip.
Now here's Leonard. To end the drought, and Davis sends it back. Stolen. LeBron James on the wing. And Davis sends it back. Lillard with no one around. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
But he gets it back. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now, here's Doncic, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Now, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Outside Westbrook. Outside Leonard. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice you potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Sinks the three-pointer.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Mobley. Banked in off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Ready by Shumpert. Here's Towns. Moves back up. The pass to Mobley. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Mobley's got 4 points this quarter. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fix the media.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
And now we can see that when he's at his best, they are a very dangerous team. Going up against the defending champs and getting the job done. James looking around. Harden outside. Hits it from three-point range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Towns. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Defense, the visitors, trailing by 19. Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. Now Towns. James covering. Pocket 4. On the wing, Giannis. 17-foot shot on the way.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Pass to Harden. Lets a floater go, and the rejection by Towns. Giannis kicks to Lillard. Doncic outside. Right side Towns from 12 feet out. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Levine, good.
And masterful possession from Levine. He's so lethal at shooting once he catches it.
Now here's Shumpert, guarded close. It's blocked. And here's Levine. Lines it up for Levine. Westbrook pulls it in. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Tatum, that's for 2, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
Towns with it. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.